All right, this is Dylan Wyckoff, and the topic I chose was sea level rise. What sea level rise is literally just that. It just refers to the rising levels of the ocean. So on a coastal region, maybe you go there 1 year and then 10 years later you go back and the water, like the tide comes in slightly a little bit more. This is important because since 1993, global sea level rise the seas have rose 99.5 millimeters, and some basins across the world have even reported 6 to 8 inches of increase. So that's what sea level rise is. It's just the annual or over a decade or something. It's just the change in the sea level. The major causes of sea level rise, one of the biggest causes is climate change or global warming, whether it's human caused or not. But as temperatures increase, the surface temperature, the atmospheric temperature, and the oceanic temperature, all three of those will increase. This can cause glaciers to melt, and that glacial runoff will just go straight into the oceans. But another important factor when these temperatures are increasing is that when water heats up, it expands. So thermal expansion takes place in the ocean. So as these oceanic temperatures start to rise, the water that once took up about half, say this was the ocean, if the water was sitting at right here, once it heats up and expands, it could just level up. As it expands, it takes up more volume. And according to Allie Brown, who is a meteorologist at NASA, two of the major causes of sea level rise is just that: global warming and then glacier runoff. This is all really, really important to know because as sea levels rise, that's going to have effects on places that are near the sea, which in the US, that's around 30% of the population lives in coastal regions. These coastal regions are more susceptible to flooding or damage that gets caused by the ocean. So if there's more water in the ocean and a tropical storm happens, the storm surge is going to be worse. Three big impacts that come from sea level, like the rising sea level, would be flooding, shoreline erosion, and hazards from the storm, like the storm surge I just mentioned. This is major because according to NRDC, in a study they posted in 2024, over $500 million in property damage is reported every year just from these coastal areas due to the rising sea level. The future with sea level rise, if there is no conservation efforts put into play, if we don't do anything to try and stall human-based activity that may or may not be contributing to the rising sea levels, globalchange.gov performed research and analyzed all the trends, and they found that within 30 years from now, the sea levels are going to rise another 10 to 12 inches, which is more than the amount that the sea levels have rose in the last 100 years total. This will be devastating to these coastal regions. If we're already seeing 500 million in damages per year, that's only going to go up. Yes, sea level rise is something to watch out on. Thank you.